Hi everybody, it's Rolex here once again in the update on my League Start character, and this is probably gonna be the last video, if not one more, because I completed all of the voice stone quests. Getting 4 voice stones, including Uber Elder and the Maven herself. I think from all of them, the Maven has the highest total life because you have to fight her through multiple phases. But if we're talking about like one phases, I would say that maybe Chipper has the biggest life pool, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe he just has a lot of um, armor or physical damage reduction. I don't know. But any other than that, I think the character has, well, I mean, it's really, really good, right? Uh, this is the probably the most comfortable build that I ever play. For League Start, like you have no transition. You can just use Spectral Helix right from level 12 until the end of your character. And if you feel like you want to change, you want to swap to something else, you can definitely do, but then you don't have to go for the fledgling if you swap out for some other skill. If you want to play a real melee skill, then you can definitely try some as well, but then you probably don't want to play champion if you want to play an actual melee skill, because champion is just 345 for a character that doesn't really use melee skill, which is kind of weird. I wish they're more to their champion has to play some melee, some sort of melee, or maybe like 45 has increased effect or something like that if you play if you use it with a melee skill or something like that. I wish it will be more into those, but people still choose champion because they want to play a little bit of tanky character. Even in softcore, the damage portion of it, when you get the Watcher side, which I have, and I will not forget to show a little bit of POB and how far have I changed my character. Uh, but as you can see, that my life and stuff, have been going up quite a bit because I get the upgrade from my gear. I got a new chest piece. It's really, really kind of niche for the boots. I still don't get the new boost yet, which is kind of sad. But I don't want to talk like too much, for the introduction. Let's get into the character and see how I build it so far. So this is my character. It's currently level 96. I die a lot because I'm just trying to progress. After I get to level 96, and I decided, well, let's try killing bosses and completed all of the Maven imitation, including the fear. I uh, I think the Forgotten. Yeah, I'm still missing the Forgotten, so I'm gonna try to working toward that as well. Maybe I'm gonna just buy them because it's kind of hard to get like one of these, like 4 of these, because when they drop, like I dropped like 2 cortexes already this late. I haven't dropped like augmented altered distance memory, but well, I mean, it's gonna drop. Like it's definitely going to drop. So I have like one more point to go there, and then one more point for the Yarny Mechanarium, because I don't know how to read that, but yeah, there's this map just costs like 2.5 exalts, which I think is just kind of dumb, and I don't have any way to go anyway. I will fix my Atlas tree for the actual endgame, because when you get into endgame, you don't really need Kirak, so you can drop these whole section here, and then you can probably just go this way instead. So you drop like a lot of points here. I will just go this way and then grab this, just going up this way instead. I'm still going to grab the trail mission, so that's why I'm just gonna do this part still. But yeah, I'm not going to get Kirak. I'm not going to get these. Probably still going to go for the essence, because free essence every map is not bad. Uh, Maybe just free essence as well, because my character is not really doing good with the harbinger, especially when there's a lot of monsters. Sure, corps still do help, but it's kind of lag because I don't know how the impale works and stuff like that when I play my hunter build with the magic fine. With Headhunter, I just has less lag, even though there's more monsters in map. But when I play this character, there's a little monsters in map, and then when I impale a lot of them, I don't know why it's lag so much. So that's why I don't want to increase the amount of monsters. I just want to increase overall for the bossing for this character, especially this character. And I will respect this out, if I don't have to do invitation anymore, because these things doesn't do anything to your overall mapping experience. It's just like for the Maven invitation only, in the Maven's Crucible. I don't know if Maven Crucible it's including Maven herself, but I'm pretty sure it may be. I don't know. Yeah, okay. It's also affected the Maven herself. As you can see, 25% chance to drop an awaken, increased chance to drop an awakened gem. Uh, you know, and this is a tree. I usually drop these to run either a ball because it's close to my my tree, my pathing, and then you get 50% increased chance to find altars, and then drop more currencies or something like that. 25% increased chance to drop forbidden fletch. I haven't seen them. I killed 3 of the Ether World already. I'll show the last one. I think I put like 55% quantity on the invitation as well, for the boss, and then this one just for like faster, getting into the boss faster. Uh, but that's gonna be it. Like 28 maps. Maybe sometime with this one, you're probably getting around like 25 to 24, 24 to 25 maps, and then you get the boss. So it's fastening the progress, but it's not really that big of a deal. So if you don't want to take this because you have, like other means of getting currency by just running your strategy, go for it, because I think the only two that matter is 50% chance to find altar in map, just for the mapping purpose, and then this one. But if you just want to kill boss and you don't care about mapping, you should take this, like 10% faster, just pretty good. This one I just take it because I just have point left. Like that's pretty much it. And so I will change my tree, for this character, and I will play this character maybe about another like 2 or 3 days, and then I will make a new character for the Magic Find to Headhunter series. It's not gonna be a magic find. It's not gonna be a full magic find now because I decided. Well, I mean, I did a really, really budget magic find, in the ultimatum, and I did a really, really high budget magic find in Scourge. So in this one, it's going to call Magic Find to Hunter still. I'm still going to drop the divination card myself, but I'm not going to go for full Magic Find character. I'm going to play something different that, doing the exact same thing, which is running maps that has a divination card for the doctor or for the nurse to drop, and then just farm them like infinitely. Maybe this is going to take longer, or maybe it doesn't take less time, because you have a lot more juice in your map. Like generally speaking, you don't have to invest too much into I think you're still gonna invest like to scarabs, you still invest to sextants, but there's nothing like, okay, you have to buy watchstones, for example. So overall, I think it's going to be a much, much more enjoyable experience, so I don't have to go all into juicing maps and stuff like that. So I can just run like tier 16 maps. I will make a character that can run tier 16 maps. That is probably going to be a faster clear than this. It's just slightly faster, or even go insane with Tsum Tsum. I don't know, but it has to have some ability to kill the boss. So I was thinking about like maybe some lightning strike action, because I really really like running frozen cabins. That's why I'm favorite like frozen cabin, which is like kind of weird, right? Nobody doing this. I'm pretty sure, because the map. I don't think the map drop anything. There's no divination card. There's no good divination card. I think it's really really good for pack size. If you run this map a lot, you will know that it's such a closed door maps, and you get lots of monsters in map, and I think it's really really fun to get. The other map that I really enjoy is the Strand, of course, because Strand is just it's just good. But Strand has a little bit of problem because they get nerfed like multiple times. From the past, that it's just reduce the number of monsters in map. That it's just basically like half, maybe like it's 50% the monsters like compared to any other map. Coral Ruins is really nice for the number of monsters in map, but the layout is not that good and it's kind of confusing. It's like the maze and stuff like that. Uh, but when I do the Magic Find character, I'm probably going to do Bureau Chamber or Tower. But I did Tower for multiple leagues now. It's kind of boring doing a Tower again, but if I feel like Tower is still fun to run, I'm going to do Tower because Bureau Chamber, I don't know about the boss. The boss is really scary for most builds. If I can make the build is strong enough to do Bureau Chamber, I would definitely do Bureau Chamber. And it's gonna be a long series. I would say it's gonna be longer than usual because there's not gonna be a quantity gear. I'm still gonna call it Magic Find to Headhunter because I don't want to change the series name just because I changed the character to run with it. So we're gonna call it Magic Find to Headhunter, but it's not gonna be Magic Find character. People are gonna get confused, but hopefully they accept or understand that what I do. And after that, after I get finished with my Headhunter farm, I'm probably gonna go back and play this character if I if I still enjoy playing this character. But this character is still gonna be a boss killer, because like I changed a lot of stuff for it to be a little bit more damage. So I dropped life node here, as you can see, and then I also dropped this node, and then I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 points. 3 extra points. You think like, what, 3 points? What, that doesn't do anything. But 3 extra point with the Little Pride is actually huge, because Little Pride, you are like mine is like 14724. But you don't have to get this because this is not that good. As you can see, like it has like fortification, it has leech, which is kind of bad, but it has double damage, 2 of them. So I decided to pick Harpooner back because it has 5% double damage, and then it has 10% increase impale effect. That's why I decided to drop Forceful Skivering, because this one also gives 10% impale effect. Like getting 10% impale effect here is probably going to be a replacement for that, and then you just annoying Hatchet Master. This is basically just for the mapping, because you don't get onslaught on hitting rare enemy or unique enemy, right? So the annoyment doesn't really do anything for bossing. If you want to do annoying for boss, you can just do a Forceful Skillring still, but then you don't have mapping potential. You have to like swap like out here and there, or maybe you just do something completely different. I'm still using the Hydrosphere, like to generate rage, because it's still good, even though it's take like 50 seconds to generate like a whole 50 rage, but it's still good, and you still can do it if you like if you don't care about the time spent. But usually this character is strong enough, you don't really need rage to get it up like early. Maybe you get like 10 rage and then you start fighting them. You will use Bard Rage Berserk when you feel like your character is about to take a big damage, such as your Shaper Slam, Elder Slam, or anything. You can tank those. Like even without Berserk and Molten Shell, Shaper Slam wouldn't kill this character. It would drop down to about like 1,000 life, but it wouldn't die from a Shaper Slam. Because armor it's broken, obviously. And then I got this one for 4% maximum life, so I decided to drop the attack speed here. As you can see, 1 through 3, that's like 12% attack speed, and then you gain you can 18% attack speed here, and then 4% maximum life. Of course, you drop some physical damage with axe, but then you gain pretty much like 10% double damage, which is kind of good. And then I decided to drop the Material Experience because when you look into POB, it doesn't really increase the damage that much. It doesn't really matter. Overwhelm 12%, and you have a lot of total recovery from these 3 nodes. so you decided to drop this. If you still want to get a really really good leech, you can still go for material experience, and then drop kinetic impacts. And if you drop kinetic impacts and then do this instead, you can get the 40% damage with hits against rare and unique enemy. That is almost the exact same damage if you do that with this one. And you're going to be a little bit tankier as well because you are leeching quite a lot. And then you have 40% damage against unique and rare enemy. I think the POB is quite close. I'm going to show you right now. As you can see, I'm going to drop Berserk because Berserk, it's not up all the time. As you can see, it's 800 DPS, which without no configuration, because I don't really care. It doesn't really matter what you config because it's going to be like more damage multiplier here and there. So as you can see here, if I take the kinetic impacts, damage is 800k. If I drop it, and then 22, right? If I drop it and then take this one and 40% damage and then do configuration, it's the boss. Okay, let's see, Cyrus. Then drop this, and boom, like 650,000, right? And then this one is going to be 640,000. So it's a little less damage, but then you gain a better leech rate. So this is gonna make you a little bit tankier in map. You can have better leech in map. If you have Soul Feather or running with Soul Feather, I recommend you to do that because you get a lot of leech, and then you will be like basically immune to death. Still, if you're still fighting like in map, generally speaking, you can run double beyond. I don't think you would want to run less recovery, because less recovery will just kill your character. You have no regen, and you use blood rage. You basically have no regen, and you have to rely on the life flash, which is kind of bad. So you don't want to run less recovery map. You don't want to run min max. You can do min max. It's gonna be a little bit sketchy because your character is basically just stacked like max resistance. As you can see here, I have max resistance and pry aura effect. I still haven't done that much on this this like elder crab. It's globes, it's attack speed and fizz damage reduction, overwhelm fizz damage reduction, and then the boost is just max 5 res. I still can't fix the boot, so I want to reroll the prefix and then get like big life and then crab the cannot be chill, and then my character would just be better while mapping. And as you can see, I have really bad cold resistance. I want to get a little bit more cold resistance, maybe about 10% more, and then I can run LA LA weakness with easy. When you get like frost bomb on top of on your feet, it's still gonna be fine, right? So I want to get about 10% or 20% more cold resistance. But as you can see, my couch resistance is pretty bad too. It's going to be a lot of things that I can change. Obviously, I can change this amulet, but trying to get the exact amulet like this will probably cost me another like 2-3 exalts or even 5 exalts, because like a lot of all attributes, I really need a lot of each attribute. Because if I change my axe, as you can see, it has 29 dex. I still can't change the axe. I still cannot craft my axe. This is the axe that I'm still crafting. I'm still running Harvest, and sometimes you use alteration spam. You get like, spam a lot of stuff. But it's not happening. So I'm still fine with using this. This is about like 600 and something fizz DPS. The only, the damage that you gain from champion, it's really huge, right? Combined with the power of Watcher's Eye, you are essentially just need attack speed more than the big DPS axe. Because if you can look into the item, right? If you change this axe right here, if you change it to have a really high attack speed, you get so much. So let's say you get like 20% attack speed here. Just a crafted version, right? Boom, and then boom, you get about 40,000 damage increase. And change back, right? Just change back to 13%, and then you go for maybe like 211. and then like big fizz or something like that. This is gonna be like insane, but bear with me. This is like insane, right? Um, Boom, and then save. You have like way more damage, right? Because the DPS of the axe now become 900. This is like insane axe. You can just use this axe, right? If you have this one, but obviously you have like a lot more attack speed. Maybe like you can go up to like 27% attack speed, right? You do 27% attack speed, boom, you get like really crazy number. But obviously I can't get that like right now, so still up in the air. And the character is fine, you if you are, well, how can I change back now? It's gonna be like 13%, right? 13%. um like how much? If you wanna check, my POB yourself, you can just go into like ticking all the box. I have life tab. I obviously have rage most of the times, about 30 to 50, because I don't really use berserk. I use berserk when I will take hit. That's pretty much it. I don't use berserk to increase my damage most of the time, except like if the boss almost die. Impair enemy recently because you're gonna get more armor, and then the pride effect. I usually stand close to the boss enough to get maximum effect, and then you obviously have enemy, intimidate. I'm pretty sure, and then enemy is main. So it's a really high number. About 1.5 mil for a spectral helix. This is like for the new axe though, but it's about like 1.1 mil, and then your spectral helix hit like multiple times, and you have like far shot. It's like a lot of stuff. You can't really like calculate it, but it's not like a big number. Like it's not like a barrage. Just like barrage. Not like ballista EA totem, which is gonna be insane. You can have like 60 million DPS with it. The gear that roughly this, this. I think I spent about like 40 or 50 exalts on this character already, especially for this jewel because I have to divine and like keep divining. I think I spent like 70 or 80 divine orb on the little pride. You shouldn't do that. You can just go with like 20% fizz and then 5% chance to deal double damage. You don't have to get 10%. This is like kind of overkill, and in the end, you're probably gonna get like fizz is better because if you want to do an actual build, you can just go Varunastra with like just little pride with some fizz damage or something. You don't have to use this as well if you use a sword version of the build. But that's going to be it for today, and I'm gonna put the boss fight for the Ether Wall with I think reflect LA and LA weakness mod, and then frenzy charge on hit or something like that on the end of the video. And if you want to see how my build function in that fight, you can just wait. But other than that, see you in the next video. Bye.
Champion, energize the spheres! We emerge victorious.